Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a random review. I am Random Ross and today I review Freaky Friday, the 1976 original. So this is a body swap comedy based on the 1972 novel by Mary Rogers, and even screenplay written by her, this film, and it's directed by Gary Nelson, starring a young Jodie Foster, Barbra Harris, John Astin, Patsy Kelly and Dick Van Patten. So this, as I've said already, is a body swap comedy where a mother and a daughter, Annabelle and Ellen, switch bodies, where on Friday the 13th they both say at the exact same time in two different places they wish they could swap lives for the day, and they magically do. And it's a Freaky Friday because it's on, well, Friday the 13th. And we all know the superstitions that come with that date, Friday the 13th. And of course, they are then each other for the day. And, well, many witty dilemmas go on. And we get some business deal going on with Annabelle's father. And, funny, witty, humorous stuff and energetic comedy from both Jodie Foster and Barbra Harris. So, what did I like about this film? Well, I knew that the 2003 remake, which we'll get to, was a remake because I'd seen this one years before I saw it when I first was a kid, and I thought it was kind of bizarre thinking they swapped bodies. So, yeah. Also like the little theme tune that's sing at the beginning, like I like to be you for a day, and the funny stuff and the 70s stuff. Jodie Foster, starting her acting career at a young age. I believe in 76 she didn't just do this film, she also co-starred in Taxi Driver. So yeah, and later on down the line she would go on to co-star in Bugsy Malone. So yeah, seeing her really young, I think it's a bit odd. I've always known her as a grown woman, but seeing her, like in her tweens, is it? Adolescence. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Of course, there is the finale when they do switch bodies back, but of course they don't just switch bodies; they switch completely. Where Barbra is now water skiing, and that's a funny, energetic moment, I guess. And but it also has that classic Disney's vibe from its Bronze era. Like in those times in when after like the Jungle Book, Disney kind of went into its Bronze age, its Bronze era, where it was like Walt Disney was now gone and Disney was still going strong. They're still going strong, still having out productions from films, such as Aristocats and The Rescuers and Race to Witch Mountain and other stuff like that. Of course, the 80s weren't that good to them when it was like the Dark Age, That was a really dark age during the 80s for Disney. But of course, they ended the decade by kicking off the Renaissance. But yeah, Freaky Friday. I also like Barbra Harris, in this, having to play like her young teen daughter self and stuff. Kind of funny when the adult plays a kiddish part. But yeah, I remember having fond memories of this, and I recently rewatched it on Disney Plus. Not as fun as I remember it being. Of course I guess it's like a bit of its time, but I kind of see why they remade it in 2003. It needed like a bit of an update for a newer generation. But this film's, it all began with this one for me. So yeah, it's a classic. Its cinematography, I guess, holds up. Its cinematography for me is 70s vibe. So yeah, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. for efforts and that. And because I have child memories of watching it, so yeah, 3 out of 5 for the original 1976 Freaky Friday. So have you seen this one? Did you know the 2003 film was a remake? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell and to share with your friends. I've been Random Ross, and this has been a random review. So until next time, I bid you all a goodbye, friends, goodbye.